And good afternoon, Eagles fans, and welcome out to Brocato's Breakfast, Lunch, and Catering, where it is spring sports time, and that means baseball and softball. It means Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. I am Doug Gann, and I will be taking you through the softball side of it with head coach Brad Turney. Of course, Nick and Danny and Coach Jordan will join us in a little bit. But just if you're not familiar with what we do, we will talk softball, we will talk baseball. We'll talk to players. We'll talk to coaches. We'll just we'll have a good time, and you'll know all things Eagles softball and baseball before we're out of here. Big shout out to the folks here at Brocato's, and of course 3 Potato More for being the home for the Eagles coaches shows. The Eagles Nest in football, and then Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. But with all of that out of the way, I want to bring in my man, head coach Brad Turney. And, Coach, welcome back.
Man, it's good to be back. I've been waiting for softball to kick back off ever since last May, obviously. So
look, let's jump right into last May too, because there's not often that you get to start a show off as the defending state champions, and you and your ladies certainly do that. So first of all, congratulations on hoisting that trophy down at Fresh Park.
Thank you so much. I mean, those girls worked so hard last year, and it was an incredible run to the playoffs. We went up to St. Fred's and had an exciting game up there in more ways than one.
Yeah.
And then we go down to Sulphur and we take off the number 1 and 2 seed. So I mean, that was special.
I don't remember a playoff run in baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is, that had as much excitement and drama as, and let's back up to the quarterfinal game, the one up in Monroe, because of the seating and all of that, the way that it was. You made the quarterfinal trip up to St. Fred's, and they had beaten you twice already during the season. But, man, what a game that was.
They had, and that was the beautiful thing about them coming to us for that doubleheader, is they ended up sweeping that doubleheader, and I felt like these girls, they didn't play near what their ability was when we played that doubleheader, so I didn't feel like they saw exactly what we had as a team. So when we went up there, I think it really surprised them when we went out there and we scored a couple runs early and got onto them. So they were in a little bit of shell shock, and Kaylee pitched her butt off that game, and I know it got exciting in the last inning where she gave up back-to-back home runs to start the inning, and everything kind of went chaotic after that. But once that got settled down, she finished it off, and that was spectacular.
Look, I think it was Bell that hits the home run later in the game, too, that did it, and that was just a tremendous shot. But that was kind of characteristic of your team throughout the season, is that every game it seemed like somebody else stepped up in there. Heck, Emma goes down and becomes the most outstanding player in the tournament for that tournament that she rolled out.
Right. I mean, you could look at that lineup 1 through 9 last year, and it seemed like somebody was coming up with a big hit at some time. So it was really nice to have it at your disposal when you had everybody in the top, like 1 through 9 in the lineup. You look at them and you know that they got the confidence to go up and do the job.
How big of a point did the squeezable chickens play in that playoff run? Because, and now I've seen that's grown. Y'all got like 100 of them. Well, maybe 5, but
we've got
still
a family now.
Right,
it's growing. They've got a couple parents. They got a baby. They got a cousin and an uncle
off
or
season,
something.
man. It's just
off season was crazy. But no, it was crazy at St. Fred's because we show up with our one rubber chicken that they love taking around with them, and I go over to third base dugout, and they got 37 lined up on their front. It was crazy.
Who knew that rubber chickens would be the talk of things on here too? But you bring back most of the squad from last year too. Before we get out, let's go in there. And Sophia told us, that's she and Amelie, the 2 seniors that you lose from that team on there. But Sophia told us on this show, she looked right in the camera and said, "Look, we're going to go to Sulphur. We're going to play for a state title, and we're going to win it." And I was like, wow, you sure about that?
I think everybody was in shock when she let that one drop. But
she, not one time during the season did she falter in it.
Never wavered.
And afterwards, after the game, she's like, "See, I told you so."
Yeah, it was good. But it takes that kind of belief to build a championship team. So, I mean, she started that from day one, and it was infectious. Everybody started to believe it later in the season, and lo and behold, we did it.
When you get down to Fresh Park, anything can happen down there too. I mean, and there were so many games. You look at the one that in your game, the ball that hits the foul pole, it bounces foul, and they call it foul. And that's supposed to be a home run, but it's just, I mean, things just are crazy out there.
That has to be the wildest call I think I've ever seen in my baseball, softball career, or whatever. I mean, that poor girl, she hits a home run her last at bat, and, and they take it away from her, and she ends up striking out. But yeah, it's wild. That's all you can say about
the
that
magic
one.
to Frash. But and speak a little bit about the fan support too, because there were so many people down for that championship game. It was so incredibly loud there.
There was, and that's what I told the girls before we went down there. I said, when you get to Sulphur, or those of you who've never been, it's a wild and it's a different environment, and it's actually smaller than it used to be. I mean, they used to do what was it, the last 3 or 4 rounds there, and so I mean, you get 6,000 people in that ballpark, and it's unbelievably loud. And when you got exciting moments happening in other games, exciting moments happening in your games, it almost gets deafening there.
It fuels you, because you will hear something go on a field behind you or beside you or whatever it is, and so everybody wants to look. And so the girls have to focus a little bit more of, hey, stay inside of our game. Let the fans look around, but on the field you've got to stay focused.
You have to, and they did a great job of staying in the moment. They kept everything on our field. I mean, things would go on, but they didn't let that bother them. Everything they stayed right on course.
Look, tremendous group of seniors that lead you back to this year's. We'll segue into the 2026 season, which has got underway on Tuesday night, I think, officially. You just got started.
We did, but before we do that, you talk about the community support and support of everybody, and Doug, you've been a huge part of this program. Last year, you were part of that ride from day one to day, very last
whatever,
day at Sulphur,
to the final out. That's right.
Was, but
that's right.
I couldn't have thought of a better gift for you, sir. So
you got to be kidding me.
No, sir.
Well, I certainly know what comes in this type of a box, and that is. I don't know that I have words for that.
I don't know if it's the right size. I figured I'd surprise you with it, but like I said, you're part of this family, and you definitely deserve one, sir.
Look, Coach, that means the absolute world to me. I don't know that. No, look, it's perfect. I don't know that there's a call that I'll get to wear this around, but I do think it's cool, and I'm blown away. So to Eagle Nation, thank you very much. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know for that. I was pleased with the picture that hangs in my office. That's the only championship picture that I have in my office.
Well,
is the one, and now I've got the ring, Coach. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I appreciate that more than you know. Ladies, let's go get another one.
That's the plan.
Let's go out and get another one this year.
Plan.
So there you go. Thank you.
Welcome.
That means the world to me. It really
Told
does.
You I had a surprise for you.
You did, and I didn't know that it was going to be that, but I am I'm blown away by that. I really am, and I don't think that there's not often that I'm speechless about something, but I am that I'll treasure that forever.
Well, we'll treasure that season with you. I mean, come on.
Let's go get another one. Dadgummit, let's go get another one. All right, speaking of another one, let's roll back. Look, that's got to be, get out of here. I'm not putting that, nobody puts baby in the corner or puts that back in the box. I don't know. Can y'all see that? There you go. We know what it is. So that's so awesome, Coach. Let's look at this season and what it's going to take to get another one of those. We'll talk about that too. Tell me about the seniors that you have coming back, and I know that we're going to get a chance to talk to some of them tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got our spark plug at the back of the lineup, at the top of the lineup, and she's done a phenomenal job so far this season by leading this team. She gets on base and she does phenomenal things. But Sawyer Shelton, she's going to keep it down in center field for us, and we got Kaylee obviously coming back in the circle. So, I mean, that's a good weapon to have one more year right after you run a championship like that. So,
look, that's a foundation for success without a doubt. And you've got some of those younger players that are getting a little bit older too, that just seem to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger in there. And it's great to see. Now, you had to shuffle a little bit of the lineup because, Sophie, you lose that at shortstop. You lose a shortstop, a leader on the field and a leader off the field too. So, one, what do we do at shortstop? And we've seen that. that, but also who takes that leadership role, because she was very vocal about how good that team was going to be last year.
She was, and Sawyer's going to step in, be that vocal leader. She's already done that when she's been out there. She's great. Emma Davis has been doing a good job of leading by example on the field, and so people are following her doing that. And Kaylee, she's that silent leader. She just goes out there and says, all right, hop on my back, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to throw it, y'all defend it. And
right.
That's how it's good. That's the MO for this year. But I really think Sawyer's going to step up and be that vocal leader on and off the field. So.
Look, she is. She's been busy since, I guess it was our 8th grade year that we started really following when they were playing basketball, and was just all around. And she has continued that type of energy throughout. And of course, they're making another deep playoff run in basketball as well. And there are a couple of members on this softball team that are there. And I think what I love the most about Menard is that they're able to play different sports at the same time, and it's okay, because you see some that don't let them. But I think Sawyer's playing, was she playing soccer, basketball, and softball at the same time?
Yeah, and I think last year she was doing all that and trying to do track on top of it as well. So I mean, I don't see how she has the energy to do what she does, but she does a great job at everything that she does.
We asked her one time. I said, "When do you sleep?" She said, "Tuesdays." That
sounds about right.
That was it. But it's a tremendous team, and I guess the mood of that team. They're always in a good mood. They're always playing. They're always getting out there, and they're loose, and they're having fun at the game too. And that is what equates to the field.
It really does, and that's what I told them. I'm a player's coach. I let them be who they are.
Right.
And, they figure out where that line is, and they flirt with it a lot, but they don't ever go over the board. And that's what's great about that team, is they know where the line is. They respect me. I respect them, but they get to be them, and that's what it translates on the field. They get to play for each other, so it's fun to watch.
It's been a difficult start to the first week of the season for you, but you look at the schedule, and you played some really solid teams right out of the gate this year, when a lot of teams are taking it easy to ease into the season. Y'all didn't do that at all.
No, and that's we didn't do it last year either.
Right.
I mean, if we're going to make another championship run, we've got to play those people that are going to make us better as a ball club, and we did. And we were a couple mistakes away from being 3-1 instead of 1-3.
Right.
So I mean, even though we're 1-3, I don't look at it as a disappointing first week. They played, they battled through some mistakes, they battled back. I mean, a team would come up, score 2 runs, and they come back, score 2 runs. So, I mean, that's the caliber of play that we have to make a run in this year. So, I saw a lot more positives this week than I did see negatives. So,
look, and that's what oftentimes, though, Coach, and you and I have talked about it a lot. We talked a lot last year, and we've done so waiting to this point as well. But is just, you'll take more out of a loss like that sometimes than you do out of a 10-15 run win.
You have to. I mean, they always say you're either winning or you're learning. So I mean, that's the games that give us the most opportunities to learn where our deficiencies are, what we need to work on, how we need to keep calm in certain situations, just decisions that they make on the field in the moment. So I mean, we learn a lot from those losses, and we come back and we play better because of it.
Look, I'm looking forward to this week, which we will talk about the upcoming week in the third segment of this. It's a little different format than it was the last 2 seasons, where they were 30-minute segments. We're going 45 in this one, so we've got the segments. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's get some of the players, get your seniors up here, and we'll visit with them a little bit. Coach, again, thank you for the ring. Ladies, thank you for winning that ring so we'd have the ability to have that. I just absolutely love that. We'll be back after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. The softball side of it. We'll be back right after this.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the LaLuck Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK. and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
And we are back here at Brocato. See, I told you you'd be able to know when the microphones were on, aren't you? And yes, I do have my ring on. I can't speak about it enough on there, but we are with the seniors today. Sawyer Shelton and Kaylee Methvin have joined us here. And first of all, ladies, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Look, you got to get to mid-season form, too, because last year at the first of the show, y'all were real shy. And now, after that, I couldn't get you to be quiet. So we've got to get back into it as well. Sawyer, of course, you see her in center field and Kaylee in the circle. Let's talk a little bit about this tremendous year that you finished up last year, too, because I don't think that we were really able to talk since then. But tell us about the feeling of getting to Frash and winning the state championship.
I mean, it's like indescribable. It's pretty awesome. I don't know what to say about it. It was like the best day ever.
Yeah.
That's like so like it's such a generic phrase, but it was like it's true. It was like you woke up and you like wanted it so bad, but then when it finally happened, it was just like wow, it's like all over. But it's like such a good feeling for it to be over.
Look, Kaylee, you put on quite a performance down there in the circle and went against some of the best bats in the state without a doubt on there too. But your confidence never wavered at all.
No, I mean, I've learned to really trust my defense behind me because I know I'm not like an overpowering pitcher, so I know that they're going to make the plays behind me. So I just have that confidence in them.
You know, we talked about that. You and I have beforehand about pitching to contact and not necessarily a big strikeout pitcher, but you turn around, you got 7, 8, 9 strikeouts in a game too. But what does that confidence in your defense just allow you to concentrate on in the circle if you're not having to go up there and strike everybody out?
It just makes sure I don't have to like put so much pressure on myself and try and force my pitches. I just focus on where I need to put it, and if they hit it, I know somebody's going to make the play. Look,
we saw a lot of that course out of this one. Somebody talk about a ball that's hitting the gap. It's like, there ain't no gap out there. She is in playing. I think you could almost play left and right field without anybody else out there. You think you could cover the whole thing? You'd try, wouldn't you?
Definitely not. I need them out there with me.
No, look, they've done a great job everywhere you look. But what I like to see is you're behind the play. You're backing everybody, no matter where that play is at. You're there backing somebody up each time. The motor just doesn't stop running.
Right.
All right, give me the mindset as the leadoff hitter because, I mean, you've set the tone. You did a couple of times with home runs last year. And what is it, the mindset going into an at-bat when you're leading the game off?
So when I'm like leading off, I just have to like put like a cocky mindset on and be like, I'm better than this girl. And I'm doing it for my team. I'm starting us off because one of my teammates said the other day, there's like, if you start us off well, then we're like set for the game. Like we know we're going to hit well if you hit well. So it's like gives me like the confidence if I can do it and I'm just leading the domino effect of the team.
Okay, there's no doubt about it. And we see that happen a lot because even if it's just a walk, you're going to be at third base in a couple of pitches. There's no doubt.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Kaylee, you had a big night a couple of nights ago, I think. Didn't you have a couple of home runs there? Tell us about, it was the last game on
Yesterday.
Gosh, dog, I'm telling you, this thing, it starts to run together. Take me through how first game to now, because it seems like you're swinging the bat pretty well after about 3 or 4 games in.
Well, me and Coach Brad have been working, and he's telling me just to go into the game like I do in the batting cages, just relax. And then I was like, these pitchers are kind of throwing kind of slow. It's just BP at this point. So
Right.
I pretty much just acted like it was BP.
Just stayed back on it, change
Yeah.
up, and get it out of here. All right, so what does, and we're going to jump around a little bit too. Yeah, I just love my ring, by the way. What does, I have a hand over here for y'all. Go get another one too. Yes, I do. I do that a lot. I talk, hello. That championship that you won last year, there's no doubt you guys are getting ready for a big playoff game tomorrow night in basketball. So what does that mindset take you? Because y'all were vital parts of the softball, without a doubt. You're vital parts of this girls' basketball team, too, looking to make a deep run.
I mean, I think I could speak for the both of us saying that we wish we could be both places at the same time, because we both enjoy the sport so much, but it's like which priority is like which game is more important at this point. And obviously basketball is, but we want to be at softball so bad because it's so like it's a fun environment and it's like we enjoy it so much. But going into the basketball game tomorrow, it's like going to be an intense game, but we are very excited and know that the competition is not going to be an easy one, so we can't like let loose.
How do you flush that earlier district game? Because y'all won that earlier district game pretty big, but you know that they're going to be coming after you on there. How do you get that game out of the way and just say, look, this is a regional round game?
Well, we just play it like any other game. We already have our matchups, like what the plan is for the game. Sawyer's face guarding their best player, like usual, and then we just play it like any other game, basically.
And then the folks driving down the road can hear Coach Craig.
No kidding.
Coach, we love you, by the way. All right, so it's so much more difficult to get back to Frash than it was to get down there and win it all in the first time. Yes, it's super difficult, but everybody is looking at the Menard Lady Eagles on there. So what is it that makes this team special where you say, you know what, we're going to get back there and we're going to repeat?
I mean, honestly, it's like Coach Brad always says, like, the target's on our back. Like, we are the team to beat this year. It's like the teams last year in the past that have won state are the team to beat that year. It's like a known fact that we're the team to beat this year. So it's just about staying within ourselves and not trying to be the team instead of just like having fun and doing what we did last year and just being there and enjoying playing with each other. So I think it's rather than trying so hard, just do what we did last year.
Perfect answers as always. They're great, and it's to avoid and you're going to get the best pitcher. You're going to get the best from everybody that you play. But I think that is what got you ready for that run last year. Because look, when the St. Fred's quarterfinal game, the 2 down in Frash, you'd faced pretty good pitchers, but you were ready for it. Yeah. What is it, Kaylee, when you get ready for lineups and what's in your mindset? We got into the mind of Sawyer as a leadoff hitter. What is your mindset when you're getting ready to get out in the circle?
Well, if I'm being honest, depending on the game, I'm kind of nervous a lot of the time, but then I just go out there, I listen to the pitch calls, me and Coach Brad communicate, and I guess, again, I just know that somebody's behind me, so it's like that kind of keeps my nerves down. But a lot of the time, before each pitch, I tell myself what I need to do to get that pitch to where it needs to go, and that just tells me and that's the whole point of the bullpen before, too, is just getting ready, making sure I'm throwing everything correct and that I know how I need to throw it.
Absolutely love it. One last question I'll have, and then we'll get Coach Brad to give us his thoughts on this as well. But big moment for you. You signed with Millsaps a couple of weeks before the season started, I think that it was. We did an interview, but the folks that are new to it or maybe not have heard you. What was it about Millsaps that got you ready to go there, and how important was that to get that out of the way prior to the season?
Well, this summer I was really trying to find a school that I liked, and then I went to a camp there, and Coach Jeff was so welcoming and had me come over for an official visit, and I just loved the campus, and he introduced me to like the whole softball team, and they're all just so welcoming, and that's just where I liked it best. Any other school, I didn't really want to go there, but I knew I needed to get it out the way before because I need to focus on the season and not what's coming next year.
There you go. Perfect answers. Coach Brad, give us your thoughts on these two seniors and this leadership that you get out of this duo.
Oh, you can't speak enough about these two. Like I said, Kaylee in the circle, she's gotten to the point where she trusts that her pitch and the pitch call that we're working with and the way we attack everybody, that she throws those pitches, and she's going to be successful, like you said, and that's where some of them strikeouts come in, is that she's pinpoint on everything right now. And having Sawyer at the top of the lineup, like you said, it's a domino effect. When she gets on the base, everybody just clicks in behind her. But having her out in center field, it's invaluable because she knows how to read the hitters. She knows how we're pitching. She'll move the outfielders around for us. So those two, invaluable for sure.
Absolutely love it. All right, so final thing. Last year, you remember on the show, Sophie looked in the camera, and you remember what she said?
We're going to win state this year.
So either of you ready to look in that and make that statement?
I mean, yeah, I hope so.
I hope we win again.
You got to look right in there and tell them we're
going
to
to win state again this year,
That's
to back.
Look, we're going to come out and cover the basketball game tomorrow night, so we'll be out there with you ladies. If y'all played soccer when it wasn't so cold, we'd come out and cover that too. But it's cold out there.
I don't blame you. It's
okay, so there. But best of luck to you tomorrow night on that. I know you're prepared for it. It is going to be a great environment. District a rematch out of the district season, so you know that the intensity is going to be there without a doubt. We'll get back to softball as soon as that game is over with as well. And after that state championship early in March, too, that'll make things go. Ladies, thank you. We look forward to a huge season out of the Lady Eagles this year.
Thank you.
There you go. Kaylee Methvin, Sawyer Shelton joining us here. We'll be back after this. It is Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. Still got one segment to follow up with this, but big hand for these two young ladies as they set the tone. We'll be right back right after this.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Louisiana Athletic Club, we believe in keeping fitness affordable. We're proud to offer the most extensive fitness options in the area, all at an unbeatable price. From group fitness and childcare to heated pool and family-friendly amenities in 2 convenient locations, we've got everything you need to stay fit and active as a family. Join Louisiana Athletic Club today, where quality fitness meets affordable pricing and everyone can thrive. Find your fit at louisianaathleticlub.com.
And we're back here, final segment-ish of the evening. Don't forget, baseball is just right around the corner. We'll come up there, and they'll close things out for us. Nick and Danny will join with Coach Jordan Marks and bring that in here. But a delight for you here. thanks to the seniors that made their way back. But we've got Emma Davis, Kate Proddy, and Jane Proddy that have joined us, and names that you'll hear a lot about this year as well. But where did Emma go? There she is in the middle. Congratulations, the most outstanding player in that state tournament last year, too. I want to jump back to that real quick. What was it that made you flip that switch down there? Now, and don't get me wrong, played fantastic all season long, but I think you went to another level down at Fresh. What was that all about?
I don't really know. For me, it kind of just felt like a travel ball tournament, just going out there on the weekend and playing a couple of games. So, I don't know. It was pretty calming for me.
Well, I don't think it was calming for anybody else in the park, all 6,000 people that were all around. It wasn't calming for any of them. But you two ladies were there as well, and just a tremendous feeling. What was it, that dog pile at the end and that final out?
Oh, I was just like, my mind was blown. I did not think that I was just amazed. Like, this is what we've been working for forever. Like, ever since like 7th grade, that's what I wanted to do. So it's just crazy to see that happen.
And what year are you? What grade were you in last year?
9th.
So it wasn't that long of a wait.
I mean, no, but it felt like forever.
No, I love it though, and that's what so many younger players contribute to that all through the season. I know Jane did in big spots as well too. So just as one of the younger players on there, tell me about those feelings.
I think I was just like, I don't know.
I get that. No, that's a good way to sum it up too, because sometimes I don't know. That was the feeling I had when I got the ring too, which thank y'all for going out and winning that and getting that, and we look forward to another one this season as well. So it changes over. Now you've got to switch directly into going out and you throw out the defending the state championship because it's a brand new season on there too, and I think the hunt for the state title is what drives you. But now you've all got different roles. Not you. You're in the same spot that's back there, which is great. That shows the consistency of it. But you've moved over to shortstop to play there, and you've come in, and I think you pitched a well of a ball game the other night. So what is it about these different roles and jumping into this season?
I think we could pretty much have the same team, but like you said, different roles. So just having patience with everyone and knowing that we're new with these spots, that it'll help us get through the season, having patience with one another.
But I think last year too, you were able to play in some different things, and it was always somebody else that stepped up. So it wasn't one person leading the team last year. Sometimes it may be somebody that was off the bench in there, and it shows what a tight group that you guys are. Tell me about the chemistry of that team a little bit.
I mean, we're all just best friends, honestly.
You can absolutely tell that it is there. What kind of a spark, and pretend like he's not listening, but having Coach Brad there, the way that he would run out and slide in after the games, and it just playing around that.
Mm-hmm. That's very fun. I mean, it's very cool to see everybody just playing around in the outfield and having fun and just playing softball.
Look, Jane, your role, and congratulations on a great performance the other night too. What is it? Last year we saw you pitch a couple of times as well, and this year it's going to be expected. I think a little bit more to it. And for a younger player stepping into a role like that, what's going on?
I think I just have to trust my mechanics and know that my defense is behind me and just throw strikes and let them hit.
Look, I'm telling you, the defense that you've got behind you, the defense that as a group of pitchers there is just solid. Has your game had to change any going from second to shortstop?
Yes, a lot. I mean, stealing and throwdowns and everything else, just adjusting. And then Addie's new at second, so I'm trying to teach her as well, just.
What do you think is a harder move, second base to shortstop or first base to second base? Because that's a tough one on her.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. But, yeah, like you said, it is tough.
They're equally tough because even you just moving over one position, it makes a big difference on there, too.
She's doing great at it, too.
Look, what's the drive this season? You had a rough start to the first week, but you played some really big teams on there too. What do you take out of a start like you had?
Well, it's kind of like we did last season. Like, we play in these tournaments with big 5A schools, so we don't need to let that get in our head throughout the season, and we know how we play, and we know that we can overcome it. So we shouldn't let it affect us now.
What do you think it's an opportunity to because there's some things in the scrimmages and the practices that I don't think you can realize that you need to work on that live in-game action. So do you find some things maybe that you have to work on?
Definitely.
What are some of the things that jump out and say, you know what, I want to work on this a little bit before we go and battle again?
Hitting, rundowns.
There you go. Now we struck a nerve on it. That's one of the things that you clean up and it makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. Where everybody goes in certain positions, where you have to be when the runners are at certain bases, and like everybody just knowing where to go. You just don't have that until the games and don't realize that, oh, well, they don't know where to go. But now they do, hopefully.
It's just, it's part of, you don't get experience until you get experience. That's the only way around it. All right, speaking to you directly now, because you've caught Kaylee, you've caught Jane, which that's got to be cool, is catching your sister there too. Mm-hmm. But how big of a difference is it? Because they are two distinctly different pitchers.
Well, it's definitely an adjustment, but just got to roll with the punches. I mean, got to catch Kaylee, got to catch Jane. No way around it.
When you call time and you go out there and mound visit to Kaylee, how is it different when you're going out there talking to Jane?
Well, I try not to be different for each, but I mean,
she is a little bit, but it's okay.
Kaylee knows what to do most of the time, and Jane, but like.
Well, let's
question.
flip this. Let's flip this question over to Jane too. Is when you've got somebody that you know is so solid, and yes, it's your sister. So when she comes out and talks to you, that's one of those that you listen to.
Sometimes.
I'm not talking about at home. I'm talking about out here on the field too. But that's got to give you confidence, knowing what a solid catcher that you have. Yeah.
I'm pretty good back
Coach,
there.
We're going to get there before the season's over with, that they're going to be able to, all of them are going to talk like Sawyer does before it's over. Right. There you go. All right. Tell me, last year, and this is the one we'll finish off with. We'll get Coach Brad back over here too, as we're wrapping up our time on here too. You had 1 chicken last time. This year you've got 5 chickens at the fence. How many the little squeezy chickens that you got at the fence?
We had 4.
4 of them.
They're saying
2. All right. So what's the...
And a baby.
So that's how many?
Well, we have 3, but
3
and
plus
a baby.
the baby. Okay, so all right, there you go. Look, that's foul to me. No, that's terrible. That's a bad joke there. Some people caught it, but that's a bad joke. Ladies, looking forward to a tremendous season. Thank you, Coach. Let's get you back in here real quick too.
Hi, Jane.
Bye, Jane. We're going to wrap up as we've got just a couple of minutes left in the segment. But Coach, 2 mainstays in the program for you, Emma Davis and Kate. What does their returning leadership mean for you?
Well, Kate, the way she handles the pitching staff is phenomenal. She does a great job behind the plate. She's her footwork and her arm has gotten better, so she's controlling the running game a lot better this year. She's throwing out a lot of runners, so being able to have that behind the plate is really special. Emma Davis, she's taking on new roles, taking on new leadership abilities, but she's done it. She's rolled with the punches and she's hit the ground running. I mean, we've asked her to take on a lot by taking over shortstop because that is the captain of the field. That's
right.
The person that's got to see everything. And I think it was difficult at first. It was a transition for her because she was so comfortable at second base. She was like a duck on water over there. But the more she's done, the more she's shown and leading by example, everybody's starting to follow. So she's done a great job. I'm super proud of both of them.
No doubt about it. And ladies, we want to thank you for the work that you put in last year and what you've done through the summer and the fall and getting ready for now. And looking forward to having you on the show again, but want to thank you for stopping by, certainly.
Thank you.
There you go. Guys, that's going to wrap it up here for us in this first segment of it. Don't forget, out of the break, I'm going to take that with me. You guys got to get your own. I'm going to take that. That is, did you see that? state championship ring. He can mute my mic, too. Don't forget, big shout-out to the folks here at Brocato's Breakfast, Lunch, and Catering on Coliseum Boulevard and 3 Potato More. Tremendous crowd in the house tonight. Love having you in here. After the break, it'll be Nick and Danny and Coach Jordan talking baseball on there. Coach Brad, we will see you again. Thank you very much. Ladies, softball, thank you. We'll be back right after this with the baseball.
So what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. Speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And welcome back to Around the Diamond with Coach Jordan Marks, and I'm Nick McNano. Danny cleared us the baseball section of it because Coach Jordan, welcome back. We appreciate you guys having us back. Really enjoy covering baseball, Menard baseball. Danny and I, it's our third season, and we appreciate it. Thanks to the parents. Thanks to Sam Brocato and the Porch crew for the food tonight. And Coach, kind of a 2-week segment here, or 2 weeks that we've been in season, so we're going to try to cover this in 3 different segments. Start with you, then second segment go to some players, and then bring you and Coach Julio on the third segment. But man, welcome back. We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, Nate. Appreciate what you guys do for, not only the Menard community, but, Central Louisiana sports. So great to have you.
So, Coach, before I bring Danny on, okay? Who does your schedule?
I do it.
Okay, I just want to, so everybody out there, I just want you to know this man's not afraid to play anybody. But no, we started out, and Danny's got a bunch of the stats and a bunch of information. But start out the season, Coach. First game, St. Mary's. What do you guys call that game? I know in football, I think they call it. Is that the diocese thing? Is there the challenge there? Is it like that in baseball or no?
What is it? The Bishop Bowl.
See,
That's what they call it in football.
See,
I didn't know that.
I watched a football show. So the Bishop Bowl, and you guys, another big comeback like last year. And let's talk about that one, 6-3.
Yeah, we went down early in that game, came back and tied it. And look, from the first pitch to the last pitch of that game was playoff atmosphere of baseball. Game one out of the gates. St. Mary's is a really good club. Really good club. We had some timely hits in that game, and got some base hits with runners in scoring position, and threw it well, played good defense, and hit the ball when we needed to. So come out with a W on that one.
Yeah, and then the second one, we'll go back to that one as well. Second game of that week, a loss to North DeSoto, but they're right now ranked number 5 in Division II non-select. They're 6-2. I know it was a disappointing loss, but definitely a good challenge for you guys.
Yeah, and we have that game every year, and it's a tough game, especially when you go up there. And we were back-to-back road trips north. On Monday and Tuesday, and playing in a high-intensity game on Monday, I knew there was a chance for us to kind of have some lag there, and that's what happened. But this is, it was a young group last year. It was a bunch. It was 9, 10, 11 new starters. They got 1 year of experience, and so they're back. And we're still working through some things and learning how to play each game. No matter what happens the night before. Like it's our last, so we're going to get there.
So yeah, just go back a little bit to we went into the first year. Coach Nick and I went into this. You had 14 seniors, and then the following year, you come in with like you said, a crew. Of course, you covered this with Marshall, but we'll go back to expectations. I'm not going to say you had low expectations last year, but the expectation was different than what you had the previous year. And then, but I think as the season went on, the kids bought in, and you probably, I felt like we probably expected a little more toward the end of the season, going into the playoffs, and I think that carries forward to this year. And talk to us about the expectations of the Menard program that you have.
Sure, no, and we did look. We're an open book. We've had many of these conversations as a team, and last year you kind of heard me on air, heard me in the community. Whatever, we're young, we're inexperienced. I'm gonna give these guys a break for a little while this year. Look, we've had a year. We've had 800 at bats as a team. We've thrown X amount of innings as a team, and all these guys are back this year. So I don't at all for one moment want to say that they're a young team. We're an experienced team now. We still got some young players, no doubt, age-wise, but no, this team's got just as much expectations as any other year. We're going to, I loaded the schedule a little tougher this year than I did last year, even though last year was a tough schedule. And just like the gauntlet we just went through and the gauntlet we're fixing to go through this week, this is what we're going to see when you get into playoff baseball and Division III Select. Everybody that follows baseball, Louisiana high school baseball knows how tough this division is when it gets playoff time. So, I want to show these guys what they're going to see in the playoffs early and see if we can turn things around and be ready for it when it's time.
Okay.
Yeah, so Coach, you finished that week, on Friday, Saturday with 2 games versus Oak Grove, both the victories, 9-3 on Friday and 13-3 on Saturday. And what was a little different on that one than the first part of the week?
Look, Oak Grove was, I don't know how many state championships they've won.
5 in a row.
5 in a row. Yep. So we prepared for those guys Wednesday and Thursday, and I thought the guys played well. We pitched it really well against them, and we hit the ball. I don't know if it was being at home. I don't know if the confidence from earlier in the week what changed there, but we hit the ball when we needed to, put up runs when we needed to, and we took advantage when Oak Grove made a mistake and we capitalized on it. And like I said, it's fun to play it at home. We got a good community and a good support behind us, and a good atmosphere and a good environment. So these guys play, extra hard at home in my eyes. So I think we have 17 or 18 home games this year. So.
Well, I think we talked about you scored the 9 runs on the Friday night game. 8 of those 9 runs were 2-out runs.
That's right.
And that was some guys coming in clutch and stepping up when they needed to get you over the hump in that game.
Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about it, when we bring up this past series we just went through. But, it was the reverse. It was the opposite this past weekend. So, I mean, that's the game of baseball. sometimes you're going to have those clutch 2-outs hits. Sometimes you're not going to get them. And so I think it all is a great equalizer, and it all works out and, equals out towards the end of the year. But, we're still going to talk to these guys and prepare these guys for big moments with runners in scoring position. We got to come through on those.
Okay, so you have, that Oak Grove series brings you to 3-1 on the season. Then you Mardi Gras weekends here, and you guys, and I know you did some JV and freshman stuff, like Wednesday. But then we have the subdivision series on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the results didn't end up, like we want as Eagles fans and Eagle baseball team. But I think you were very competitive, especially in the first two games with two good starts from your pitchers.
No doubt. And look, both squads, Ash and Menard, was pretty much the same team from last year. They had the exact same starters. I think they have 11 or 12 seniors. We had the exact same, 10, 11 guys that played. And, last year we got 10-run rule 2 of the 3 games. And in my eyes, I really didn't think it was a very competitive game, a very competitive series. This year was the exact opposite of that. So I think in a year's time, our squad got a lot better, a lot more confidence. Our pitchers threw lights out this weekend. Our hitters didn't have our pitchers back. And sometimes it's like that, but we're gonna focus on and get in the lab in that and fix that this coming week. But Thursday night we faced a really good arm. Jack Lee, is a LSU commit, and he's every bit of good. And then they just threw pitchers after that. Friday and Saturday, they just competed, and I thought our hitters didn't rise to the occasion, but I thought our pitchers did. And so, we got to find a way to get both of those on the same page.
I think in your Thursday night game, you talk about Jack Lee, but Peyton Procell matched him pitch for pitch.
Threw lights out.
Gave up 4 hits over 7 innings or 6 innings, I guess.
Yeah.
And just phenomenal job there. And then you go into Friday night, and then JD throws another gem just as well. And both the guys did a real good job keeping their pitch count low.
Yep.
So they were in the zone or around the zone. I agree with you. I think you pitching, especially in that Ash series, was a bonus and something to build on going forward.
Oh, there's no doubt. And our hitters are going to get better. We're going to get, like I said, we're going to get back in the lab this week and really focus on some things and restructure practice a little bit to where we make hitting a focus, because pitching could go a long way, but if you don't score any runs, it's hard to win ball games.
Yeah, so up to this point, Coach, 3-4, but like I said, the 3 losses to Ash. They're number 2 right now in the power ratings in Division 1 select. So hopefully they'll keep winning, for our power ratings to stay up. One thing the defense. Your defense was, I think, lights out for most of it. Once again, there was a couple little throws here and there, but I don't think there were really any errors, that really stood out to us. So that's another thing, too. So your pitchers letting put the ball in play, your defense bounce. So talk about your defense. Talk about the defensive work you guys work.
Look, we put a lot of emphasis on defense. And every squad that I've had over the years that I've been at Menard, we've produced really good defenses. That's what we focus on early in the season. Hitting, we kind of focus on middle to later in the season. Because pitchers get better as the year goes on. But we spent the last 3-4 weeks really, really focusing on defense and dialing in. And I think these guys, especially with our pitching staff, we don't have a whole lot of strikeout pitchers, which we are averaging about 6.5 strikeouts a game, which is, 2 or 3 strikeouts better than what last year's staff was with the same guys. So they're a year older, and they're figuring out different ways to pitch and how to get outs and swing and misses. But no, we do. We put a lot of emphasis on defense, and it shows. So
before we bring your 2 seniors on, I'm gonna go ahead and just tell them, call them by name so you can mention a little bit about them. But we're gonna bring on Cade Tyson and Lane Evans. So talk about those 2 young men just before we go to break.
Sure. They're both been in the program since they were freshmen. Played junior high ball, both of them at Menard. They're guys that we rely on. Lane plays third base and Cade plays first base. They're our corner guys. They're both team captains. They're both, team leaders. When they talk, I think the guys listen to them. They hold their teammates accountable, and they do everything, coaches can ask for as far as seniors. So 2 really great guys.
Well, talk to us too about your roster. We know those two seniors. We got Cutter Knowles and
Aaron
Breville, who's been with your program for a few years now as well, right?
Yep. All four of those seniors have been with me since they were freshmen. So.
Okay. And then, of course, we'll get to the other classes there, but obviously every year you bring in a new crop. You got anything about your freshmen or any other newcomers that's come in?
Sure. I mean, we've got two of the four have already had some varsity time in the first 2 weeks. So, we're bringing Everett Humphreys has some. He started earlier, and then he's had some pinch runs and he played defense the other night, and then Braden Ladart's already thrown a couple innings for us. We got Pledger. It's got some upside. He's a big, tall guy with a live arm. We're figuring out some stuff in the bullpen with him, and then we got Lane Rivers, backup first baseman in case something happens to our starters. So no, all upside on those guys. They're working hard and doing the right thing. So
That's good stuff, Coach. Whenever we come back, we're about to take our first break. We'll have Lane Evans and Kay Tassin up here. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney Marks on 446 Sports.
So what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Lori even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop. Ready to elevate your golfing experience? Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And welcome back to Brocato here for Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. We're now joined by Kay Tassin. And
Wait. I will say this. We just got renamed.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You want to give him the name?
I don't remember the name.
He said this is the Biscuits and Gravy Show.
Oh, okay. Welcome back to the Biscuits and Gravy Show. I'm Nick McNano, one of your hosts, and Danny Clear's your co-host there. No, but Kay Tassin, Lane Evans. So welcome back, guys.
Appreciate it.
Man, senior year, it's over half gone.
I know it's flying by already.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's one of those things to where, and the good thing about it is you guys play multiple sports, so it keeps you active but whenever baseball season, and hopefully it ends at Sulphur, when that happens, you graduate like this. But appreciate you guys back. So first question tonight, I know we've talked about food, we've talked about favorite movie and everything. I just want to know, because you guys have been on this show numerous times, favorite vehicle. If you any vehicle you could buy right now. I told you. Did I get you?
You first.
I don't know. I mean, probably like a F-250 or something like that.
I was expecting that. So late model, new model, anything?
No.
Newer? Yeah. Okay. What about you, Lane? Now that you had a second thing about it.
I like my blue GMC truck.
Yeah, GMC. So see, biscuits and gravy, they go together, but they also, contradict each other a little bit. So No, so let's talk about, Cade, you've been here since 7th grade, right?
Yes, sir.
Lane as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 7th grade. What's the biggest difference between when you were a 7th grader here at Menard and being a 12th grader?
There's a lot of difference. I mean, you're in
One
seventh.
thing. What's the thing that when you were in 7th grade and everything, and it could be baseball, football, anything, you just walked in and you were like, oh my gosh, campus being too big, campus being not, just one thing you remember as a 7th grader that you're just like, wow.
Like you fit like in more as a senior compared to like, because you new school in 7th grade, so you just walk in and you're like, wow, this is new. But then as you go through it, then you kind of learn the ropes and everything. So
what about you?
In 7th grade, I feel like school was so stressful. In senior year, I don't even feel like I'm going to school. I just got to go to this place until baseball starts.
Oh, wow. Wow. Teachers out there. Hopefully I know Lynn Roy's watching because she sent a text to Doug, but so, and then the other one I have for you guys before, Danny, our baseball guy over there talks about baseball, but what's something that, and actually I'm going to say this before, Buck Evans got me on Facebook whenever he said you committed to the University of Phoenix. Okay.
We got a lot of people, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about future plans. College, Cade.
I'm going to LSU to study finance.
Okay.
I'm going to Northwestern for nursing and hopefully to be a CRNA.
Okay. And you're still going to duck hunt because you're close,
Oh, yeah.
right? Okay.
Have to. Travel nurse for a little bit, get duck season off.
Danny, when you were a senior in high school, were you this organized, like with your future?
Probably not.
Yeah, I know I wasn't either. So, Coach Danny, what you have down there?
So let's talk about a couple of things baseball related. Lane, I got to ask. I guess it was Oak Grove series. Ball hitting the gap. He was at first base. What was you thinking when you got to second base and saw Coach Jordan waving you around? Going first home.
Oh, I'm finna get thrown out the plate.
I don't know.
I needed an oxygen mask when I hit home plate. I was ready to lay on the ground right there.
I don't know if you went back and watched the replay, but
Slow motion.
Officer Causey was up there with us, and as you round third base, and he says, "I'm going to call and get Pafford on standby right now."
Yeah, I think it was JD hit. I think JD slid in the third base before I touched home plate.
Okay, and look, we got a kick out of there was a foul ball over into the first base dugout that kind of backspun and maybe went over your head.
Yeah.
I know somebody that can tell you how to catch that because he was standing over there by the gate. The gate, yep. Saying, explaining how you missed the backspin on that.
Yeah,
so.
I heard it from Coach Ortiz, Coach Jordan, and my dad. So I got plenty of.
Yeah.
Did your dad give you the hand signals? Did he
No.
tell you how to? Because he was showing your mom over there at the gate.
Well, by the time he told me, he was the third person. So.
So it's going
Yeah.
in one ear and out the other, just like
Yeah.
all the other times, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So tell me what it means to be, you guys were here since 7th grade. Tell me what it means to be the leaders this year.
I mean, I really like being the leaders. I mean, I've seen a lot. I mean, we've been to Sulphur twice, so I feel like we can really help these younger guys because I feel like we've seen it almost all.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, going to Sulphur is a great experience, and so just like that's always the goal, to get back there and then being able to like see and know like what you have to do, and then know like if we're not doing this, then we're not going to get there. So it's like kind of hold everybody accountable and push to get to that goal.
Okay. Cade, does he make any bad throws?
No, not really. Every now and then, it'll be all right though. I try my best to
pick
pick
it for
him.
me.
Yeah, you make the dig. All right. So what? Where are you at? Where are you guys thinking at the plate? How much? Where we got to go? What we got to do to get the base hits when we need to?
I mean, I feel like we just got to jump on first pitch fastballs, count the fastballs by us, stick to our hitting approach that Coach Jordan teaches, and I feel like we'll be successful.
One thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. Answer that question.
Well, pretty much the same thing as Lane. We took too many fastballs, and it's just something that we have to adjust on and just need to hit the fastball. We can't get in counts, and even if they start you off early with the curveball, I mean, you're going to see a fastball. Whenever you see the fastball, you can't miss it. So
talking about hitting, so last year Lane you pretty much DH'd
Yes, sir.
because you were coming off the knee injury, and now you're playing in the field. And then Kate, you pretty much played in the field the whole time I was DH. So Lane first, how's it feel now basically being, have two roles on the field or on the diamond?
I love to play defense, but like DHing is cool and all, but I feel like it's one of the harder positions on the field because you're in the dugout the whole time. You're just waiting to come up to hit again. You're not in the game the whole time.
So you get to stay engaged.
Yes, sir.
What about you? I know last year you were on the field a lot and didn't get to hit.
Yeah,
so.
just being able to, kind of like Lane said, it keeps you more engaged and just, you do this role and then it's like you're in the game the whole time. And so it's just, it makes it easier just like exactly like Lane said, stay engaged and just be able to.
So you get to be part of it more. All right, so let's just say this. Your last football game, okay? Your last football game you played. I know whenever I played my last one, I cried. I came out the locker room and I cried from one goal line to the other. How did that feel whenever you guys, I know you still had baseball, but talk about your experience on the football field, because I know both of y'all were all district football players. So just let's kind of talk about that just a second.
Well, love playing football, and then I cried my last game too, so don't feel bad.
No, I didn't.
But it's and just knowing that it just flies by so fast. It's like kind of not taking any games for granted, like for baseball, because before we know it, it'll be the end of the season, then we'll be in playoffs, and then we'll be fighting and just keep playing. Because this is it, not playing any other sports after this. So it's just keep working and trying to go as far as you can. And the goal, is to win state. If you can win state and go out like that, that's the best way to go out.
I'm glad you answered that, because that was going to be my question actually, was how will baseball be different being your last game? So remembering your last football game, Lane, not wanting to have that feeling into baseball, how does that motivate you guys how does that motivate you for the baseball season not to end that way?
Well, it motivates me a lot because, you never know when your last play is, because I got hurt against Oakdale.
Right.
So I cried after Oakdale, senior night, and the Newman game. I cried probably almost after every game because I knew I wasn't going to get to strap up with my buddies again.
So, like I said, these two guys, excellent on the field, excellent on the camera, excellent on the microphone. Appreciate you all. So, like I said, you guys are always. Oh,
I got one more.
Okay, sorry.
So last year we found out Lane was the best dancer.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. If we had a Menard idol, who's winning the singing contest?
Oh,
the singing contest
on the baseball team?
Yes.
Nobody can sing on the baseball team.
Does that mean Lane has a chance as well?
I'm going to give it to Reeves.
Reeves
can't.
Okay.
He got some girly music he likes to listen to.
Reeves, you won't be on the next show because we're going to have Cutter and Aaron on, hopefully. But at the third show, you'll have a chance to make a rebuttal. Okay, how's that sound? So, now we appreciate you guys as always. Like I said, you're always welcome. Anytime we have a microphone, in the future, you guys are more than welcome. So when we come back, we'll have Coach Julio and Coach Jordan with Danny and I. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney Marks on 446 Sports.
So what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Discover golf like never before at Links on the Bayou, Central Louisiana's hidden gem. Welcome to a golf experience like no other. Our Links-style design sets the stage for an exciting and unique adventure. 5 distinct tee boxes cater to every skill level, ensuring a game that's perfect for you. And when you're ready to refuel, head to Becky's Bunker Club for dining with a view and gear up in our pro shop, ready to elevate your golfing experience. Tee off at Links on the Bayou today. Links on the Bayou, redefining the way you enjoy golf.
The Rapides School-Based Health Center brings healthcare straight to your child at no cost to you. We provide comprehensive physicals, wellness checks, sick visits, sports physicals, immunizations, behavioral health counseling, and more. Our licensed medical providers, nurses, and social workers are ready to care for your children with no out-of-pocket cost to families or the school board. Our purpose is simple: keep students in school, parents at work, and help students thrive. Sign up today and help keep Rapides healthy.
And welcome back to Brocato here on 446 Sports for Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. And Dandy's got a question for Coach Jordan.
Well, and it could have waited for the pitching section because one of them is pitching related, I guess. But do we need to get Peyton a haircut or a bigger hat?
Well, he came to me last week and said, Coach, my hat's too big. Let me get a smaller size. So we got him a snug one, but it still flies off every pitch. Cohen LaRue used to do that too. I don't know if y'all remember.
Oh, yeah,
that.
we remember.
Years ago. Every
Yes, we
pitch
do.
he had to pick his hat up off the ground.
And the other thing I forgot to ask before while we was doing your segment, and it's more related to you, but do we need to get some extra fungo going on? Because we noticed you hadn't made a play yet over there on third base.
I can mute his mic. I can. But I do like the question.
I'm getting a little older, and I'm not certain of what I could still do. So I don't even try sometimes. Sometimes I just fake it.
Okay. Well, we might have made mention on the broadcast that, we thought we should have made that play. But.
I'll make one or two for you, Dan.
All right. Go ahead, Nick.
So Julio Ortiz joins us, and Julio and I go way back. Julio was starting quarterback my senior year and our starting pitcher and number 4 hitter. Julio was our leading home runs. I know you guys probably don't know this, but Julio led the team, left-handed bat, and hit, if I'm remembering, 4 or 5 home runs that year. But it was great for you to be back. Last time you were on the show, you were on the softball. You were on the smaller diamond. Right. So welcome back to baseball. Appreciate you. Why don't you just, mention how long you've been at Menard? And, of course, I know these guys know, but people watching may not know.
Yeah, it's my 18th year here at Menard. I'm glad to be back with baseball. Obviously, it's my passion. I live for it, and, great group of guys. Absolutely love it.
So, Coach Jordan, bringing Julio on as pitching coach. Why don't you talk about him just a second?
Coach Julio has been around the game his entire life, and he before 10, 15 years ago, he was a head coach. So, he's got ample experience. He's a baseball dude. I know he wanted to get back in the game, and so I was just waiting on the opportunity to bring him back in, and glad he's with us. He does a really excellent job with us. Really excellent.
Coach, Julio, why don't you talk us through your staff and tell us what you got and what to look forward for this year?
Well, getting a chance to kind of see him a little bit last year, on the other side of it all as a fan, and now getting a chance to work with them. These kids, obviously, because I've got the majority of them in my classroom I've already taught. But seeing them on the baseball field, I'm getting to learn them a little bit every day. Great group of kids, man. And they're going to go out there and give you 100% every time, which is, fantastic.
Okay. It looks like just from where I'm sitting out there, looks like, of course, that you expect it to. A couple of guys maybe picked up a little more velo on it.
Correct.
And data and analytics anymore is a big thing out there. And I'm sure as the day and age of the game has progressed, that there's more information available or opportunities for you guys to use. But still it comes down to throwing balls and strikes.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. There's no doubt. And the big thing with the pitch count, obviously we got to take that into account. And I stress, and Coach stresses to him all the time, let's pitch the contact early in the count. Try to get them out 7 pitches, and that way they can extend their start or whatnot. But the biggest key is strike one. I can tell them, strike one. Let's get ahead in the count. That way we could use secondary pitches. And then, obviously, as you guys watch the Ash series, kind of pitch a little backwards. They've got some guys that can swing it, but, you've got to make pitches when you need to and get those key outs. And, we had success with it a little bit this past weekend, and hopefully we'll continue to do the same.
So, Coach, on the Thursday night, Coach Julio, on the Thursday night broadcast, I was on with the Ash crew, and we were I called it off speed,
Right.
and Danny, corrected me the next day, and we were talking about it. That second, the Eckstein came in, and man, that looked like a changeup.
Yes.
So what my question is, and like I said, Danny, told me the difference in them, but from whenever we were in school, when you first started coaching to now, okay, I just don't remember high school kids actually having a changeup. They would try to slow their arm down or
Right.
something like that. I just don't remember them having a changeup. Is that new to baseball that you've seen, or is it?
It's obviously the game's evolved so much since back we played. I mean, those pitches were around back then. Sometimes they're probably a little under utilized. But this game's evolved so much. And those, to me, that's my best pitch. Like change up. If you can throw that for a strike in any count, you'll be able to pitch anywhere and get outs.
Yeah, and Danny was saying that.
Well, I was just telling him how hard of a pitch it is to master.
Oh, it is.
But I mean, if you got the time to work on that, it's the best pitch in your arsenal.
It's the best pitch in baseball.
But it's hard to master
It is.
that because I mean, again, a lot of controls in a wrist and everything. And most time when you change up, you're either palming it or you're not using as much of your motion to do it. But it's got to look the same.
Absolutely.
And that's the key to the change up is for it to look the same as your fastball.
I tell these guys, when we have bullpen sessions, because, you're in there, you're probably going to throw about 25, 30 pitches max in there. But the main thing to them is stressing out, as soon as they get finished warming up, play catch with it. Just go out there and toss around, play catch with it, get a feel for it, because changeup is a feel pitch, just like any other off-speed pitch. It's all a feel pitch. The more comfortable you get used to throwing it, the better it'll be.
And I know we don't have, but, when I was back in school, in a small school, we didn't have the luxury of being pitchers only.
Right.
If you were a good enough athlete to pitch, you probably played a position as well. And so how does that work go into not just the changeup, but in getting your work in general? How's that go into practice schedule, trying to get your pitchers some work and also getting some hitting, so getting some ground balls and stuff? How's that work?
Well, the way Coach and I usually work, whoever's got bullpen sessions for that day, usually we'll pull them like early in the practice. As soon as they get their work in, they'll jump into whatever drill we got going on. And whatever they miss, obviously they'll have to make up for it. But we just try to get them, 2 or 3 at a time. That way they won't miss out on everything else we're doing, defensive-wise or offensive-wise, we're doing for that particular day.
So just, one last question, Julio, before we talk about this week, but how many arms on the staff, on the team, how many you expect to use this year?
Well, honestly,
question?
I'd love to. No, it really isn't. I'd love to use them all because, as you guys will know, especially early in the season, we got, these 3-game series. You're going to use up some arms, but the experience they get early is only going to help them out later on in the year, and that's obviously when we want to start, going and be able to dominate. It's later on in the year.
So that's going to segue us into this coach for you and Coach Julio as well. But this week, like I said, it was kind of a joke, about who makes your schedule. But then whenever I looked at this week, so we have Tioga on Tuesday.
Yep.
Then you have the Red River Classic on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you have Grant, Buckeye, and Natchitoches Central.
Correct.
So talking about arms, talking about talking about Tioga. That's a big one coming in on Tuesday.
It's a big one, and it's really tough after a 3-game set to have 2 days off and then go back to a crosstown rivalry game and a quality ball club. Tioga can hit it just as good as anybody in the parish, and we're probably going to use that as a bullpen day. So you're probably going to see a lot of arms because we're going in and we don't have a 3-game set this weekend, but we have 3 games. So we're treating it like a 3-game set almost. And, we're just going – the plan for right now is to just go in there and have a bullpen day with all the guys. So.
And then on Thursday, we're starting the Red River Classic, and that's hosted by you and
Tioga, Ash, and Pineville.
Oh, so all 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we're all 4 hosting.
How many teams are in? Do you know how many teams are in it completely? Or?
I think we have around 30 teams this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we hear about these softball tournaments that like Doug covered this past weekend. There was a bunch of teams. So you actually have those in baseball. It just has to be spread over different fields because of the.
I think we have 8 games scheduled for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at our park, and I know Tioga's got the same, and I know Pineville's got the same. I think Ash has 7 or 8 games as well. So, between the 4 of us, there's going to be, upwards of 40 ball games this weekend.
Is there a overall winner or no?
No.
Okay, so you just okay.
Nope.
That's fine.
We got some good teams. We got Jesuit out of New Orleans. We got Central, Baton Rouge, Natchez Central, North Dakota. Well, we even have Oak Grove coming back. We got Oakdale. I mean, we got some good ball clubs. Coming from a long way.
Well, Coach Nick has done this, and I've been through it with it too. Scheduling for. Do you get involved with the you schedule your games, or like for that, or
No,
does somebody? Because here's the thing: you set this up, and you get a bunch of teams from across the state coming to you, and you're thinking, okay, well, I get some guys to play some teams that they don't normally see, but half the time, then when you get the matchups up, the coach calls you, hey, I don't want to play so-and-so.
You do get some of that. But however, we all get together on scheduling, all the coaches that host it, and kind of just what's best for everybody. We don't want to bring a team in and let them play somebody who they're going to, 10-run rules. So they're all close. They're all going to be close matchups. And in the past, I've said, hey, look, y'all can schedule me with whoever. We'll go play the Yankees if we have to. So that's my mentality, and I'm sticking to it. I know it doesn't really work out all the time on PowerPoint rankings and this and that, but it prepares our guys. It does so much more than just PowerPoints. It prepares us for competition, and iron sharpens iron. So.
Coach Danny just trying to get my blood pressure up a little bit because, I've hosted a mini tournaments and I get those phone calls. Let's talk about Grant on Thursday night. What do you know about them? And I really haven't done much research. I will do research on them between now and then, but talk about Grant as well.
Mike Bro's the head coach over there, and Mike does a great job. Me and Mike got a really good relationship. He's been around the game a long, long time. So I know they're going to be well coached. They're probably going to be scrappy. It's going to be It's going to have to be a game where we show up and do all the right things and come up on the winning side.
And then Buckeye on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Coach, I don't know what Buckeye's record is. I know they won 5 or 6 games in a row, and they're going to be quality. They got a couple arms that are good. They got a couple of basketball guys that we scrimmaged them early in the year that they were missing. So I know that they'll plug and play them basketball guys because they were starters, and it's going to be a good matchup. I think we walked them off last year at home, and we play them in this tournament, and then we got to go to them later in the year. So. We'll be familiar with them after we face them this week, but they're going to be good. They're going to, be hungry to beat us at home. So.
And then Natchez Central on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Natchez Central got a new coach. They graduated 10 seniors last year, all starters. I think they had 6 go to college and 4 D1s off of that group. So they're kind of in a I don't know if you want to call it a rebuilding, a reloading year, whatever. But I've scouted them a few times, and they're a good bunch. They got 40 guys on their roster. 9th through 12th, and a lot of competition over there, multiple spots, and competition makes you better. So those guys I know they're competing in practice every day for starting jobs, and they're going to come out and it's a 5A ball club, so they're going to be quality. They lost to North Dakota 1-0. It was a 0-0 ball game in the 4th the other night against Ash with them. They ended up dropping, but Matt Dan is over there, and he's going to do a good job. He's going to have them prepared for us. So. We got to prepare for these guys too.
So Coach Julio talked about Tuesday night being the bullpen. So rotation I know a lot of stuff changes between now and Thursday, but kind of getting your set rotation for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You don't have to say who it is, but you have people in mind. You have roles in mind.
Oh yeah. Definitely coming into it, we have people in mind. But like Coach said, Tuesday is what we call a Johnny Holstaff day. Everybody's going to get a little bit of work, bullpen wise, and then we'll kind of make our decision based off of that and get ready for the weekend.
Is there one thing that's kind of caught your attention this year? I'm not going to say you weren't expecting, but is there something so far on the positive side that maybe has been a little different for you than? I know you're around these guys a lot.
I'm around them a lot. What I've seen the difference of last year and this year is these guys want it. Like they want to succeed so bad. They fight. Even though we've had some games where I didn't think we've showed up 100%, we've never gave up. And these guys will fight to the end, and I can get on board with that. So. That's one thing that I take from last year. They were kind of like wide-eyed, and man, this is the first time we ever started, and they figured some stuff out towards the end of the year, and then this year they come out and set the tone for game 1. Like I said, that was a playoff atmosphere game with St. Mary's, and then this Ash 3-game set. those were playoff atmosphere games. I mean, Friday night at the Nest was, packed. It was high energy. It was loud. It was competitive. It was nerve wracking, and that's what we want as coaches and on the coaching staff. We want to put the guys in those type of situations week 2, where, hey, look, when week 6 and 7 and 8 get here, we've already been here, so that's the idea behind it. But no, back to your question, these guys are hungry. They're hungry. They want it. They want to win. They want to impress. They want to do good for, the parents, the school, and the community. So
before we end it, Coach, I did want to make, note that, we've been doing this, and Coach and I, or Nick and I have been doing it for this our 3rd year, and that first year you had that group of seniors. And what I like to see, and you spoke about, the tradition of Menard baseball. I like seeing that, some of you guys like Cohen and Drake and Case and Cooper, they're all succeeding at that next level, but you even see them come back to support
Ben
you.
Wade too.
Yeah, Ben,
Yep.
and you see them coming back and supporting you and your guys. And I speak to the I guess the encouragement you get from seeing those guys.
Yeah, no, that's always a good thing, and the parents see it, the parents notice it. It's a tradition and a culture that we've built over the years. And it's always good. I tell them guys they're always welcome to come back. Please come back, and they know where their groundwork started. So it speaks volume on them guys for coming back and wanting to be a part of it again. And no, it's all good. It's great stuff.
Well, we definitely appreciate it. Little note for the show. We will be here in 2 weeks on Sunday. We're going to do this every other week this season. So it'll be softball and baseball. We'll cover the 2 weeks, the 2 previous weeks. Appreciate Sam Brocato. Appreciate Robert Tassan. Appreciate Waylon LaRue. Three Potato Moore is also one of our sponsors for the coaches show. So go out and see Ryan. And look, let me tell you, if you drive through, just tell them you want Nick's taco salad. That's the loaded chicken nachos, and you add lettuce and sour cream. It becomes a salad to me. That is a salad. It becomes a salad to me and makes me feel better. So there's one thing. But no, yeah, Brocato's here, Brocato's restaurant, and then Three Potato Moore. But for Danny Clear, Julio Ortiz, Coach Jordan Marks, I'm Doug Gann. I'm Nick Magnano. Thank you all, and good have